Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here to bring you my Christmas journal. I probably will only do one, mainly because I just have a bit of a low boredom threshold, and so, you know, kind of doing another one so close to doing this one, you know, probably doesn't really appeal to me. So, you know, I know some people kind of manage to make lots of them, but I kind of, yeah, don't really normally like making things that are too similar. But that said, never say never, you know, maybe I will. But anyway, enough waffling. So it's a ring bound journal, and it's using my Christmas card kit that I've got obviously in my Etsy shop. I launched the kit a couple of weeks ago with some Christmas cards, and it's, you know, just on there. So if you wanted to check that out, feel free to go across and have a look. So the journal itself is huge, I have to say. The actual size, it's 6 inches by nearly 9 inches. Now it's so chunky, and it just seems to weigh a ton. So it's actually it's over 5 inches at the widest part, so I think it's probably the chunkiest journal that I've actually ever made. But I had such a lot of fun making it. So, yeah, I hope that you guys really like it too. So, obviously, as I say, it's a ring-bound journal. So, obviously, it's just got the rings here. And then I've just attached a couple of pieces of lace, just to kind of make it look pretty. And then the front cover, the front and back, they're basically the covers of a hardback book, which I have altered. So, I have covered the front cover with a piece of paper from the Christmas card kit, and then the actual on top of there, I made this initially to be a Christmas card, and then I thought, actually, I think that would make rather a nice cover for a journal. So I obviously chopped it off at the side, and then I've placed it onto the front cover. So it's got various elements layered up. It's got some vintage sheet music, it's got this lace trim, it's got a little bow, it's got a lace flower here, a glittered flower here, some buttons. These are vintage buttons, which I've just kind of added glitter to, and a little butterfly. And then it just says, wishing you a Merry Christmas. So super pretty. I hope that that's kind of coming across, because I seem to have quite a bit of glare today. If I put the journal down, it seems very dark. If I put it like that, it's quite bright. So I hope this is coming out okay for you guys. So going inside the journal, as I say, it's super full. So I'll kind of try and plow on through as quick as I can. So on the inside of the front cover, this is more of the background paper from the Christmas card kit. And then what I've done, I've made a kind of corner tuck spot and a, you know, another tuck spot here. I've layered up an element here from the kit. Just fussy cut that little plaque thing saying the 25th of December and pop that up there. These are just scrapbook papers. I've got some glittered butterflies, glittered flowers, some more vintage button there that I've just glittered up. And then here, this is some vintage doily that I had, and I've just, again, distress inked it and then glittered it up. And then it's got this gorgeous red lace trim, and this is some vintage book page of some ledger pages. And then I just tore out another piece of the same background paper, but I've just kind of glittered it up, so you've got kind of a bit of layering there going on for a bit of collage. And then a doily. And then inside there, I've just got this little kind of just a fold out flip kind of book. And again, this is just from the background papers with some lace trim that's got glitter and compliments of the season there with some lace there. Then on the facing page, I've got more of that vintage doily, again, glittered and distress inked. And then here, what I've got is a little kind of folding flip. Oops, that's got obviously room there for journaling. And obviously the beauty of this is because it's a ring bound journal, you could obviously take this page out, journal on here on a flat surface, and then put this page back in. And so, you know, kind of it's not a problem kind of having lumpy bits and bobs on there. So under here I've got various things layered up, an image from the Christmas card kit, a glittered up flower, a couple of butterflies, some more lace, and then some tickets from my die cut printables there. Some vintage sheet music, a bit more lace trim down here, and then tucked in the side, another little folding kind of booklet, again with just an image from the kit, which is obviously acting as a little closure there. That just tucks in here. And then in the side here, so what I've done, I've just taken the printed background pages, printed them onto cardstock, and then I've just literally stitched them together, folded them over and stitched them together to create massive pockets. So inside here, you've got a little booklet. This is an image from my kit, and you've got some ruffle attached down here. This is just some of the background papers from my kit. And then inside you've got some vintage ledger paper, and then just some coffee dyed papers there, and it's just been stitched together to create a little booklet. So that just goes in like that. And then on the next page, love this page, it just looks so pretty. This is again one of the images from the kit, and I've printed her onto buff coloured card, layered her up with some vintage book page, some scrapbook paper, stamped image, distressed flowers, little glittered kind of snowflake, another flower there that I've just glittered up, a little vintage button that I've put some glitter on, some of my matches printables, and then lots of lace here and here. This is from some of those little cake toppers, and then some scrapbook paper and a little postcard layered up. And then I just popped the matching image tucked in the side, but this is obviously on just cardstock rather than the buff coloured card. And then on the following page, oh sorry, oh yes, no, I have done that one. On the following page, so this one I have just got some string here holding this one closed, and again the same thing, you could take this page out and obviously journal on this on a flat surface and then pop it back. Under there I've just got a book page pocket with an image from the kit and a little journaling spot here and some lace trim. That just ties up like that. I really love this journal, I have to say. I think it's really pretty. So there's a lovely huge tag here which I've stitched Merry Christmas here on the bottom. So it's just plain on the back other than the stitching, and then some lace trim, image from the kit, bit of stamping going on there, little butterfly matchbox top and some organza ribbon there. And then you've got just a little folding kind of flip, which maybe I've actually glued this in so it won't now open. There we go. So more little ribbon there for journaling. That just tucks in here. You've got a couple of layered up pieces here. That just tucks in like that. Just getting caught obviously on the string there. And then in the side of here you've got another little booklet, and again an image from the kit, some of the background paper, one of my button embellishments, which it's got this beautiful dark green velvet fabric. And then again just some pieces of paper there just for journaling. Got some lace trim down the side, that just tucks in like that. And then on this page again some more of the background papers, and then I've made a kind of matching tuck spot here with more background paper, image from the kit layered up on some book page, another little image here and some glittered ribbon, lace, little flower, little journaling spot, and a glitter butterfly. And then here I've got some sewing pattern which I've just glued in, stitched, and then I did glue it in a ruffle at the bottom, and then another one of those glittered kind of bows. Here I've just got one of those little matchbox booklets with some little pages in there for journaling, and that just tucks in here. And this one, this is an image from the kit which I have glued on here to the background page, but I printed it in black and white. I wanted to see how they looked in black and white, so I've printed it in black and white, and obviously then I've distress inked it. I thought it looked really quite nice in black and white, so yeah. Then I've enclosed obviously some plain coffee dyed papers, so you've got plenty of journaling space here. Just stamped some corners, stuck on some lace, same here, and then this one's got just one of those green velvet tabs. More here, and then a bit of lace trim there. Then this, I loved this paper clip. So it's an altered paper clip. It's an image from the kit, again printed onto the buff coloured card. I've glittered around the edge, popped it onto the green velvet and then onto the coffee dyed lace Got some red lace trim down the side, and then this was, I've had it in my stash for ages. I think it was from some earrings or something, but it's these little stars, and I just thought they looked lovely. And because obviously I've had it for a long time, they're kind of lost their, you know, gold, kind of vibrant gold, and they look a bit more antique. So I just attached them with a bulb pin there. So I thought they just look really nice. And they're just holding on just a little journaling card image from the kit. So, and again, that paperclip just weighs a ton because of all the layering going on. And then here I've just got a little journaling card or spot, and then a glittered flower. On this page I've just got a little tie up kind of piece, which literally just opens up and you can kind of journaling here. I've forgotten to put something in there, so I shall pop something in. I think I've got 1 or 2 pockets with a couple of things in, so I'll just move something into there. And then you've got some lace. This is a printable of a vintage lotto card, and then some doily there, layered up elements here. And then tucked in the side of there, you've just got another little folding kind of booklet. And this is just done on an envelope. Another one of the black and white images, you know, an image that I've printed in black and white. I've popped in some pages there for journaling. And then I've made a little pocket here. And I've just popped in the matching image there, but printed on buff coloured card rather than the ivory cardstock. And that just ties up with the string. Oops. And then you've got lace kind of trim down the flap there that I just thought looked quite pretty to kind of finish it off. So I really like this one. I think it looks really nice and kind of quite colourless for me. So I thought it looked pretty. Then on this page I've got various collaged items going on, some vintage doily, some scrapbook paper, various items here. Little glittered flower up there, and a piece from the kit on some vintage sheet music with some glitter around the edge, some glittered lace and some diamante there, and then just a little piece from the kit as a journaling spot. Then here, this is a little Christmas decoration that I made. I made these a couple of years ago, and I'd actually made them as Christmas gifts for teachers, and hung them onto little gift tags, which looked really pretty. And I made a whole variety of kind of decorations, but I also made several for my own tree because I thought they were really rather nice. Now, the fabric was actually white, and on my tree I left it white, but for this journal I just kind of had one left over, and I thought, oh, I'll just distress ink that. So I just distress inked the white fabric and just popped it in here. So obviously this could be taken out and hung on your Christmas tree or given as a little tag, but I think it's really pretty in the journal, and obviously it has the little bell on it, so I've enclosed that. Then here on this page I've just made a little kind of corner tuck, layered up an element from the kit, some more vintage buttons which I've glittered with gold, and some butterflies, a glittered flower and some lace trim here. And then in here, this is a postcard that I picked up just a couple of weeks ago, which I've just scanned it in. And obviously this is the scanned in version, but it's just a Christmas postcard, so I thought that was ideal for in here. And then I've just got one of the actual lotto cards, which actually I should pop that in there. And then here I've just got a couple of things layered up on there. And then tucked in the corner, this is one of my mason jars, which I have done a tutorial of these. I did it a couple of weeks ago. I'm not sure whether I have uploaded it yet or not, so it may be that this video will go live before the tutorial, but that's what this is. So, and then it has in the back a little element from the kit as a journaling card, so I thought that was really nice. So it just goes, oops, in there like that. And then on this page I've got this beautiful red like velvet kind of fabric, and that's got some layered up collage of fabrics basically. So this is some vintage doily, distress inked and glittered, some fabric, some lace, another one of my little button kind of clusters with the lace and the green velvet trim, glittered up the vintage buttons, pop that on there. And then up here you've just got a doily piece, another piece of fabric, some lace trim, some diamante here, and one of those Tim Holtz rosettes, which I thought looked nice. and that's just a piece of some vintage sheet music. And then here I just made another one of those tags, and then I had this, which was, oops, now come undone, a Christmas decoration, which I had bought last year, I think, and I had some left over, so I thought actually that looks nice on that tag. So I just distress inked the front because it was obviously stark white, and then I've just attached it with a little bulb pin to the organza bow, layered up some bits and bobs here, and then some lace down there, and it says Merry Christmas. So I love that tag, really love it. And then in this one I've just got a corner tuck spot again with some layered up pieces from the kit. Another one of those gorgeous button embellishments. I hope these are coming out nicely on the camera because they look so pretty in real life. This green is such a rich, gorgeous Christmas kind of green, and with the lace and then the glitter buttons, it just looks so stunning. So I hope that the camera's picking that up. And then I've just got some lace trim down the bottom, and a little glittered flower. And then this is one of those actual vintage lotto cards, and I just stuck one of the elements from the kit. I just fussy cut around it, popped it on some lace to kind of make a little tab there. Then in the tuck kind of corner pocket there, I've just made another little booklet. It's just got some of that vintage ledger, and it's just obviously been stitched together. Element from the kit and some lace trim. So there's lots of room for journaling in here, even though it is super, super, super full. Here I've got, this is some vintage kind of doily fabric stuff that Laura had gifted me. So I've distress inked that up, and I love it. Thank you, Laura. And then I've got some of my Matchbox tops, and then I've got some glittered lace here, some lace trim here, an element from the kit, a glittered flower, and a button there. And then I've just tucked in another little element from the kit there. Oh, and then I've just got some more of the vintage doily up the top and some lace. So I've really tried to collage a lot in this journal. So yeah. Here I've just got some gingham ribbon, which I just literally stitched in a ruffle down the edge of the page. Thought that looked lovely. Left you again some blank coffee dyed papers here, just for kind of journaling on. Little flower with a butterfly there. Compliments of the season, and just some lace here. And then on this page again, another really collaged page here, some vintage doily, and then another one of those button embellishments, and then that lovely gorgeous gingham ribbon there, which I've just made a bow just at the bottom to finish the page off. And then here, this is a kind of folding flip, which just obviously folds out like that, and then it tucks in behind the butterfly up there, and it's obviously got a frame on there. And then tucked in here, there's just another one of the elements from the kit in the pocket. This side bit is also a pocket, but I've obviously missed putting something in there, so I will try and remember to put something in there. And then here in the side, this is a vintage card, which I have just distress inked up the back, but it was just a vintage card that I'd had kind of for years and years. So I thought I would just, snip it down and enclose it in here. And then here, this is the last page. On this one here, let me take this off. I've got an envelope here with an element from the kit, various different bits layered up, all very glittery. And then underneath, I've gone for a kind of collage of items, more of that lovely doily that Laura had gifted me. 'Tis the season. Lots of collaging going on. And then you've got obviously envelope there to put things in. And then here, you've also got one of my little booklets, which I did the tutorial on these. So on the front, I've got some elements just layered up. I've got another Tim Holtz rosette. And then what I have done on this one, which I didn't do in my tutorial, I have also stitched in some extra pages. So it's a kind of booklet with pages. It then has a pocket here, so I've got obviously an element from the kit there. And then also at the top, I didn't put a thumb hole in this one, but at the top you've also got another pocket. So I've just popped in one of those vintage lotto cards. So you've got loads of room for journaling in this teeny weeny little kind of booklet, because obviously you've got this one, the journal up here, you've got all these pages, and obviously on here as well. So, you know, lots and lots of kind of journaling in quite a compact kind of way, I think. So, you know, I was quite excited to kind of make that into a kind of booklet. And then I've just attached that on there with a little paper clip. And then this here is the very last page. So again, I've got another envelope here with an image from the kit, some layered up book page, some more of the glittered lace, some lace here, more of that glittered doily down the bottom, and also here in the corner. And then this is attached to a book page pocket, which has just all been distress inked up. We've got some lace trim down here, and then some sheet music here. And then in here, I just literally had this Noel, which again, I've had this in my stash for a long time, since when I kind of had made some Christmas cards years and years ago. And I thought, oh, that's quite nice actually. So I just distress inked it up and popped it in as a little journaling card. And that's another one of those pieces from the kit that I just printed in black and white and distress inked that up. I thought that was quite nice. That just goes in there. So there's loads and loads of room for journaling, but it is massive, I have to say. So, I mean, if you like kind of delicate small journals, then it's probably not the one for you. It is huge. But I mean, yeah, I love it. I think it's super, super, super pretty. So I hope that you guys liked it. And obviously it will be listed in my Etsy, by the time this video goes on, it will be in my Etsy store. Oh, sorry, I forgot to show you the back. So the back, I did a kind of collage on the back of papers. I used some of my beautiful birds background paper as the kind of base, and then I have layered up various items from the kit and also my die cut printables and things. And then I just popped a little bit of glitter in the two corners there, and then I Mod Podged over that, and I'd also Mod Podged the front as well. So yeah, hope that you like it. I had lots and lots and lots of fun making it. And yeah, really, really, really loved how it turned out. So I hope that you guys like it, and thank you very much for watching. Thanks very much then. Bye.